Hey everyone, this is episode 157 of Noodle Time. Welcome back. Here with me is the mileage tracker, back in therapy, OSG. How's it going, sir?
Not kidding. Therapy again. Here we go.
Every single episode.
Mileage tracker over 58,000 miles now on the car. Most of that goes to Houston and back to Austin. So, yeah, the mileage tracker is adding up. I'll be there this weekend. I think you'll be there with me this weekend, Friday
Yep.
and Saturday night for Dash and Dynamo and a tailgate. Man, and possibly for me, Man City versus Arsenal on the way home on Sunday morning. So we'll see. Foxtrot game day is going to be a big one. So I hope to see y'all in Houston and see you, Andres, in Houston. What's going on with you, brother?
Yes, sir. I'll be there this weekend. Kind of sucks because I won't be there for the Dolls game, which are actually going to be back home. So even though it's like
friggin' night on a Sunday night.
On a Sunday night. On a Sunday night, like literally the worst time possible. Like if it wasn't 1 or 2, I would definitely stick around. But unfortunately, I gotta be at work the next day,
Right.
and I don't want to drive like at 1 a.m. through Austin. So, but still, it's gonna be a pretty good weekend. A double header. It's gonna be a double Foxtrot game day for sure. So it's gonna be a good one. So if you don't have your tickets for Dash tomorrow, go get those right now. If you're gonna have your tickets for Dynamo right now, I kind of get why, but they're still playing. They still have
only 2 games left. Come on, y'all.
Only 2 home games. Only 2 home games.
Tailgate at least then.
And if the soccer gods allow us to have playoffs, so be it. Apparently, we're still mathematically in the playoffs, but that's a conversation for this episode. But it is what it is.
Not for a later day, but for today.
Today.
For this episode. Let's get it in. Whatever. Let's go with it. Therapy session begins with a dynamic Foxtrot.
Yep. The Colorado game. It's a game that happened last week. and look, we did talk about it in the last episode. We know it's going to be like a pretty difficult game heading in. We kind of expected a draw, which the Dynamo were positioned to do. Unfortunately for me, after watching the game and just sitting there and pondering for 30 minutes, I was beyond pissed because this game is the 2025 season in a nutshell for me, because it provided all the elements that gave the Dynamo I want to say like an unfair season, like in the perspective of the players and the coaching staff, but an unfair season for the fans. And for me, just watching the game is its entirety.
Andres.
Yes.
Let's go back real quick, because I feel like we might be contradicting ourselves if we go with an unfair season when we've been calling for names and calling for heads at the same time. So, unfair season, I can agree with in a sense that our center backs have been just destroyed all season. But there's other elements to this season that could be fixed, that could have been fixed prior, in my opinion, that could have helped us and prevented us from being in the situation we're in. But so, I regress.
It goes all the way back to preseason. It goes all the way back to preseason. And this is what I was afraid of.
Mikel goes, granted, Mikel was a surprise. Was he a surprise? Really? Technically, I don't know. Hector, we knew we were getting rid of Hector. McGlynn comes in at the last second. What Reigns is there, so there is a lot. Oh man, I have a lot of hair now, so there's something to actually work on
full this time
during the show. It used to be so short, like just pulling my hair out. But I get it. Like Pat, some of the decisions have not worked out, and man, and Ben at the same time, I mean, look at him now. I think we need to do a pick-to-pick, Andres, from game 1 this season to game yesterday, and look how much stress has come into his hair. And it's really starting to show. Granted, I'm lucky. We're the same age. I've still got all that red right here, right? Still got all the red. This is white, whatever. Get out of here. But Ben looks like he's stressed and hating every moment of this season right now. So I don't know. A lot to talk about. Like therapy session, like you said. I wish there was a group of us talking right now.
And really, just before we keep the discussion of like how the season's starting out and everything else, we should probably just go back to the game because I know for a fact that
Let's
there's a lot of emotions, but we won't get into deep into the game itself because that was like horrible, especially late into the second half. But yeah, of course, the starting lineup. Of course, we kind of expected Rookie Reigns and Jack McClellan to return to starting lineup, and they did after the international break. And we did not get to see Damian Lowe, unfortunately, but he also be able off the bench for the first time, and still no Sergio Santos for this game. So we still have to wait, hopefully, until this weekend, next week. We still don't know, and of course, no Escobar yet. But other than that, you kind of
Well, we have a press conference tomorrow, right? So we might
Yes.
be able to find out about a couple of those players that you just mentioned and see, and then we get to see the availability report as well. Escobar, man, I think that dude might just be done for the season and on his way out and working on his next contract.
Yeah, the way that last week I was checking the availability report, it was still listed as with an illness. Obviously, there's a lot of things that can happen in an availability report because either the club is telling us something that they don't want us to know, or it's actually an illness. But like I've said in previous episodes, like Escobar has been one of the key players this year, and you could even say the captain just for being that voice. I don't know what the situation is right now, but it kind of sucks that we'd have Escobar on the starting lineup for the past few games because we desperately need his leadership and that presence on the field, telling everybody like it is. Hey guys, we are messing up big time. We need wins now. We haven't won a game in so it feels like so long, even though we beat St. Louis, but we still are not winning home games, and we are
But what do you
still
do with
wasting every
Escobar?
single opportunity.
Andrade on the left, Dorsey on the right. What do you do with Escobar? Ben refuses to play him as a center back, and you have 1,000 center backs that are getting hurt every week. What do you do with Escobar? So,
For yeah, stubborn man.
I don't know, man.
Stubborn.
Yeah, so Escobar's on his way out, I guess. And illness. I'm sick of being here.
Yep, that's the illness right there. The 2025 season. That's a big one. But yeah, just go back to the game. This game really pissed me off, man.
The opportunities?
The opportunities.
Well, for both sides, really.
For both sides, and in the first half, like Houston was like started the game okay, like for the first like 5 or 8 minutes, and then the Colorado goal came in the 10 minutes in, and man, like it okay. Credit to Colorado because that free kick was insane. It was like a dummy pass to one of the free kick takers that was able to like beat the wall that Houston set up inside the box, and it was an insane goal. But the free kick itself, I feel like it should have been a foul because I believe it was Brooklyn Race that got fouled prior to the foul that to Colorado that led to the free kick. But still, like it was a pretty good team goal by Colorado. I felt like it was very well set up and they trained it for sure. But let's see, what are your thoughts for the first goal for Colorado?
Ah, man. Like you said, it was a good little trick, a good little playoff, and Bond was blocked by our own wall and was a second late, or half a second late. And you saw the hesitation when you watched the replay 1,000 times, the little hesitation, and then he dove to the left. If he didn't have the hesitation, he would have made the block. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking. If the ball was going to go to the right, like you're not going to make it either way. So just go all out to the left, like you're supposed to do. And he could have made the stop and just stopped Colorado. So unlucky. Great free kick, like you said, by Colorado. Man, but the defense set up. The wall was right where they need to be. I mean, well, yeah, they were. It was a hesitation on Bond that ended up being a goal because the wall was right where they were supposed to be, and even the whoever was on the left side even moved to the left, and it still got around him. So yeah, it was a great play by Colorado. Unfortunate Bond just was blocked. That's why we need Pedro Cruz. Sorry.
Maybe,
Sorry.
and maybe, and look, maybe Damian Lowe could help out the backline right now, but he still has to play. Hopefully, we get to see him next weekend, but it's a work in progress, as we like to
Eric
listen.
played 90, so Eric's good, right? Eric played 90. Eric's good. Femi, we don't have to worry about Femi. He goes to dose and gets a red card, which we're going to bring up later. So he's out. All right, and then what's his face started next to Eric tonight? I'm sorry. Oh God,
Arturo Carlos.
Carlos started and got hurt, and then Ortiz is back and came in, and we've been okay with Ortiz. He doesn't make mistakes, but he gives up fouls in dangerous situations. So that's our only problem with Ortiz. But I guess Bartlow's hurt. So what do? We're playing dominoes with our friggin' center backs right now. But oh man! But Eric played 90, and I think he's good. Right? I think he's good. We'll hear from Ben again tomorrow.
Asterisk is
Yeah,
good. Asterisk.
Right. Asterisk. I mean,
because
no
it sucks because like it's been the theme all season for Eric Svechenko. As much as I hate to say it, because we really needed Svechenko big time. He's been injured for the majority of the season, and it's still like a game time decision, or at least it feels like that because we don't know what the situation is. Like we don't know the severity of the injury that set him back so for so long and missed a lot of critical games for Houston. So we'll see what the availability report says tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see what Ben also has to say about it.
Hey, Eric, I can go back to your Instagram post, and it's all those coffees that you're having and not working out when you're hanging out with your wife and your kids. Hey, that's not the right way to put it, but you should be working out, sir, and not enjoying your life with your family. With your family. My bad. Let me put the skull on and look, Eric, work out, bro. Like, just make sure you train. All right.
At least
It's
probably having it's probably having like a lot of quality time with his family, which is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, just back to the game because we can skip halftime because it felt like the same game as always, like from Colorado's first goal and through the second half. Like our gameplay, you know how it's gonna be. We're gonna try to drive the ball in from the wings and square it inside to see what happens. And I felt like that was what happened for 2/3 of the game. And fortunately for us, it worked for the tying goal of course, Lawrence Finale to Jack McGlynn. Lawrence Finale
not expecting the goal on that situation either.
Yeah, like it was very close to the end line and very close to the keeper because like Enali's so good that he drove the ball inside the very close to the penalty box and very close to leaving the field of play for a goal kick, and he lobs the keeper. Like he lobs the keeper and connects to Jack McGlynn, which is like right in front of the goal, wide open. It was kind of like he remote controlled the ball to Jack McGlynn's foot, and
Look,
it was an
you
insane
talk
goal.
you talk about Anali's talent all the time, and obviously all the fans do too as well. But you when you watch that replay 1,000 times as well, every angle like the Dynamo repost, dude, he saw McGlynn. He saw McGlynn, and he made that play. He made that move, and he lobbed it over, and McGlynn was there and finished it. And man, I wish we could get Anali to admit I saw McGlynn. Yeah, yeah. But I think, bro, look, he literally, I think he saw him, dude. I think he saw him. That play, you don't just lob it like that. That wasn't a miss hit. That wasn't a miss hit. It
Nope.
it it's ecstatic Anali. Anali ecstatic? No, that don't sound good. Keep going.
No, I mean Lawrence Denali. What else can you say about him? Like he's one of the highlights of the season. Again, like recovering from injury slowly and just making his presence felt. Already has his third or second assist of the year. Jack McGlynn scoring his sixth goal of the season. Jack
Dude,
McGlynn is probably the MVP of the year, and it's probably
well,
not even a
obvious,
discussion at this
right?
point.
Obvious. A McGlynn special. A McDonald's McGlynn. I think we need to get a combo named after him at McDonald's or something because yeah, you're. I think you hit it on the head. McGlynn has been so next season he's gone. Anali. Are people going to come looking for him in June when Europe ends and they're in their window? And Anali is just something special. Anali reminds me so much of Jeremy Doku, who plays for City right now. And I'm sure some of y'all know who Doku is, but he reminds me so much of him, and he's electric and ecstatic. And Anali's so young, but Doku is too. But man, we're not going to have them much longer. They're gone. We're going to make a lot of money. What do we do with it in return? A lot of questions asked right there. But man, I like it. But Andres, 22 shots against for Colorado, 15 shots for Dynamo in this game. Bond did make some excellent saves.
Yep.
Their posts made a couple saves. McGlynn could have had a brace this game. Should have had a brace this game. Ponce actually looked decent for half the game for the most part. No defense in this game whatsoever, but I get it. But that was that was an exciting game to watch, but dude.
I mean, you said it yourself. Like we did have a lot of opportunities. We were extremely unlucky to have scored more goals after that, and you kind of figure out at this point that it's 20 minutes left of regulation. You know what's going to happen. The other team
Yeah.
is going to push numbers forward. They're going to press us as much as possible, and they're going to attempt to pressure us off the ball because it works 9 times out of 10 against us this year. And in some moments it worked, in some moments it didn't. But I was like sitting in the couch, just watching the game, and I'm like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like the only way it's not happening is the final whistle blows and the scoreline is the same because like this year has been absolutely miserable, and we keep like conceding these free kicks, we keep conceding these corner kicks, and I don't like set pieces. We are very bad defending set pieces, and guess what happens at the end of the game?
We were so close. We were so close. And the saves right before it too. You're like, yes, all right, yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Just clear this corner kick. Just clear this corner kick. Bullshit. Sorry, excuse me. I sneezed. Frustrating. Typical Dynamo season.
96 minutes.
90, yeah, right at it.
96.
6+ too. So it's not like we can blame the
96.
ref for letting it go over. 96. Typical. No Femi either. No Femi involved. It's, man, incredible. And when it was just the guy made the right run, flicked it. We weren't defending. Andrade was the guy that was defending, I think it was, and
Yep.
he turned around and looked, and he was amazed just as much as we were. And my frigging God, I think most of Denver owes me weed right now. They need to bail it to me. I need to digress and slow the heartbeat, man. Now that we're in our therapy session,
Yeah. We kind
I
of
don't
need that
know if
right
it's
now. We
working.
need to mellow out. but yeah, the goal did get credited as a Felipe Andrade on goal, even though it kind of just looked like whoever scored the goal for Colorado, like he actually like made the effort. But I guess Felipe was the last one to touch it.
He gets a goal,
And
man. It wasn't. It was. It didn't look like it was deflecting out. It was. It was that dude's goal. Whatever.
yeah.
I know, right?
Another game lost, and there's two things that really pissed me off about this game. The first one was the result, of course, and the second one being Artur getting a second yellow in the most useless way imaginable. By right after the kickoff to the second goal by Colorado, like Colorado was able to break away, and granted, if Artur didn't stop it, he probably was gonna be like 2v1 against Bond, like from the counter. But still, like you're losing the game, you have a yellow card. Don't risk yourself for the next game, and he did, because he was kind of like the last player or the last defender behind to take down the Colorado player, and I saw it is definitely a yellow card, a second yellow for Artur. He's going to be suspended against Portland, and this is the type of thing that I was trying to say, because there's a team that has regressed
The
severely
only
from
thing
the
he
team
didn't
that we
do was
saw.
fit.
That's the only thing that we're missing. But we should sign Luis Suarez next year to see what happens. But
I mean, that's what captains do, right? I mean, that, like you said, that was stupid. It was the last play of the game. They scored the goal. Kickoff doesn't matter shit. You kick the ball to it was close to the sideline, less than 10 yards to the sideline, and Archer commits that stupid foul. And it didn't look that stupid either. But then the ref comes over, gives him the yellow card, shows him the red card, and then blows the whistle, says the game's over. I mean, so it wasn't that bad. And then the ref came over and to do that, and then just stop the game right there. That means you're a little bit of a lowly. You get bothered, referee. You get bothered by people in their games, but it wasn't that bad. It's not like he did anything malicious or did anything. He went to try to stop the play. Boom. It wasn't nothing. And then you give a yellow, you give a red, then you blow the whistle in the game. Oh, bro, it's like you planned that. You were malicious, referee. Yeah, but stupid, whatever. So that means Urso is going to play the next game against Portland, and then Reigns will be the other guy, McGlynn will be the other one. Anali. The same lineup we always start. It'll just be Urso instead of Archer now, which is fine because people see Archer need a break. So maybe he did that on purpose.
probably, but even if he did that, that's kind of like selfish of him. And he's supposed to be the team captain. He's supposed to be the one looking out for the team. And he, to an extent, put the team set back the team for this week because he's going to be suspended. And it's a must-win game at home. We haven't won a home game in eons, what it feels like. And
Christ, yeah.
there's no guarantee that we're going to win a home game this year. Maybe next year, if things stand like this. and it's
We only
kind
have
of
two
like
left, right? Portland and
only two
San
left. Yep,
Diego.
yep. Portland and San
San
Diego.
the luck with San Diego is they might be just relaxing, even though it's not the end of the season. It's like gonna be like 2 games left or 3 weeks left in the season, so they're not gonna be benching nobody. So we're gonna get the best of San Diego. So shit, come on, man! Like we're at home. What happened to Hell in the Shell, Ben? What happened to Bring the Nasty? Andreas, what
That
happened?
that's this is not the Houston Dynamo, man. This is a different team. Everyone's just looking out for themselves instead of each other. At least that's how I see it. I know there's definitely players that want to contribute to the team as much as possible, but it's a type of season. We are not where we want to be, obviously,
Right.
but at the same time, like they've been saying these things over and over and over again about trying to improve. We're sticking with the same lineup. We're sticking to the same players. We are bringing in free agents, players that are off injuries. Really, no game changer that I've been asking for whatsoever. And we're just like riding the season on autopilot to see what happens. It sucks because our playoffs are built upon really upon this
Momentum, structure,
and safety more than
organization.
anything, because of parity. And we're still in playoff contention, and I'm like, end the season already. We do not deserve playoffs. Like if we make playoffs, great, but it's gonna be out of luck because either the other teams are gonna lose, or we're gonna tie games, or miraculously win a game somehow, and we're gonna get eliminated in the first round. If I'm proven wrong, great. Prove me wrong. Like give me a reason to believe, because this year has been absolutely a nightmare, man. It's been a nightmare. I've had so much trust in the front office and the coaching staff, like before the season started. That's why I gave them a break for selling Mikhail very early, or like before the season started, and for making all these moves without closing the gaps. It sucks. Okay, I'm trying to not repeat myself every single episode because that's how I feel. Like it's just annoying. It's annoying to follow a team right now. It's annoying to ask people to go to games because the smart soccer fans that don't follow MLS, they know the Houston Dynamo, they know they suck. They're not gonna go to games. People that follow other sports in Houston, they're not gonna go to Dynamo games because they suck. And we keep asking the ownership to bring some good investment. They did, but this year's not enough. The investment this year was not enough. Like
After what
it's just
the project that we were supposed to be building, you go forward 2 years after everything you change and everything you refurbish, pretty much, right? You change the furniture, right? All the players, everybody within the front office and everything. You change everything. All right, I love Asher, and I hate that a lot of people say Asher and Pat are one of the two. Right, they are the same, but Pat is over Asher. So, but I love Asher. Pat does owe some answers for some decisions that were made. Ben owes answers for some decisions that are made during the season, during the game. Why this player? Why not use this player? We wasted 3 months on Olasano. Uh, and granted, that's not a good example to use because what did he do for us when he did get to play? I mean, but we didn't get when we bring him in just to use for shit. But do you it's one of those questions, Andres. 9 teams make the friggin' playoffs out of 15 in the West and in the East too. Is it fair first off for 9 teams to make the playoffs? That's ridiculous in my opinion. And then it's a 1 game playoff, right? And then you make that 3 game playoff. So
best of three, which is stupid
but
because
the
the next rounds,
9 versus 8 is a 1. And
yes,
you got to win that one
doesn't
and
make any sense.
we're trying to fight for that 9 right now, which we like you said, we don't deserve. We do not deserve. And if you're 8 and you're 7 and think you deserve playoffs, you're a freaking joke. You're a freaking joke, and I don't think we belong in the playoffs right now. Are we hoping to make up playoffs? Yes. Are we optimistic we can make a run because we're
No.
going to be on the road? Yes. It's the only thing about it. But with this team and the mistakes they make and can't finish and can't complete games and the adjustments are lacking and the tactics, adjustable tactics are lacking and things like no, it's like I don't know if I would feel better that we just did not make the playoffs or if we did and then just did we get eliminated in the first 9-8 or did we get eliminated in that 3-game? I don't know what feels better, man, right now. I don't know what does us better. I kind of feel like don't make the playoffs in this season. Let's start cutting some players and working on this roster because there's players that are out of contract. Let's figure this out. And Pat, you got a lot of makeup because obviously Pat, you're not, I mean, unless Ted does something, you're not going nowhere. We've already said Ben's not going nowhere. So we're relying on them next season to start off hot, to start off with a good season. And I don't care what the schedule looks like. We did 10 this season and said, that's a horrible 10-game schedule to start off the season, and we sucked at it, and we didn't build up from it. But we can't do that again next season. After that, 10 games, maybe you got to cut loose if we're still in the same situation we're in right now. Granted, we're building for next season now, giving up on this season, but haven't politically said it. Andres, you're breaking, ready to say something. Go ahead.
Pretty much the last thing I'm going to say before moving on to the next topic because we have to move on. But
yeah, you're right.
2026, man, it's a fucking World Cup year. We have no momentum heading there, and we are now at the mercy of Pat Onstad and Ashley Melderson to go out this offseason and pull out something massive to get fans at the door because we have nothing to build on for next year, assuming that a lot of the key players stay and we bring a ton of good ones because this team is not going to compete in MLS next year. Obviously, there's going to be like probably a huge break in between the World Cup because of that, but it's still going to be a huge season because I'm sure we're gonna be playing League Cup. I don't know if we're going to be playing in Open Cup or anything else for that matter.
Of course, it will.
Yeah,
but to bring up your point, just to for the listeners, once the end of the season comes, we're going to review the roster and review those contracts and those options and everything. We're going to go through and let you know to give you idea who has those options and what does Pat and Asher have to think about to and give you those shows. So that show will come later on in the season, but right now, yeah, I mean we are, I guess, fighting for a playoffs. So we can't give our full opinion on what next season is going to build because that's what they're building for. When we have a lot of roster movement still available to us, we depleted our GAM for this season or whatever, right?
Probably.
No, I think that's what Asher just said. We depleted it. So who knows? But all right, I'm done.
We're not gonna have a season award for Dynamo. They don't deserve it. Like it's just gonna be the review for which players should stay and which players should go. Like I only know that probably the Dash are gonna have some season awards, but other than that, no Dynamo.
Right. No Dynamo awards. No Dynamo awards.
Yeah.
All right, man. What's next? What's next on the topic tonight? Through Colorado.
That was a soccer game. We play Portland next weekend, and we're gonna preview that after this topic. But there's a couple of things we have to go through. News. The first one, probably the most important, being that Felipe Andrade's loan has been officially turned into a permanent stay. Dynamo did purchase his player rights from Fluminense for the next 3 years, if I'm not mistaken, and with options for the next 2 years. So it might turn out to be 5 years that his current deal with Dynamo is going to be. So he's definitely sticking around for 2026, and I'm sure that Andrade is one of the highlights of the season so far because he has shown his promise. He has shown a lot of dependability in the back line because he's a player that definitely helped out Houston in the toughest moments. And obviously, not every defender can carry the back line that we have right now. And Felipe Andrade is a good piece, and I'm glad he's staying for next year. But let's see what are your thoughts on Felipe Andrade.
I'm sorry, Pablo Escobar. No, I'm just kidding. Franco Escobar. You're out, bro. You're out. You're out. The FBI is coming for you. Hey, but Andrade has been doing a great job. He did it for Dos. He got his opportunity, maybe granted because of injuries, but it worked out in his favor, and it worked out in our favor. And I'm liking the next 5 years if that's the guy. He's not going to last 5 years, by the way. Fluminense is not a joke. Coming to the Dynamo, so you're going to get the recognition, and after McGlynn, after Anali, Andrade will be another one that will go to Europe and be sold for another millions of dollars as well. So I'm looking forward to that and what he can do. And he 5-year contract. He's here for 2. You know, full year next year, and then after that, he's getting sold. And if he plays like he's been playing and growing like he's been growing, he may get sold next year. So, Pat, be on the front foot of all these players with all these potential. If you're scouting and you're doing scouting correctly, you're also scouting your own players and knowing they're going to go. They're going to go. So, Andrade, proud of you. Great job. You did it. You deserve it. Stick here as long as you can and join somebody for more money and get your money, bro. Get your money. But hey, good job. I like this. I'm with this sell. I'm with this buy 100,000%. Escobar, I don't know what I can do with you unless Dorsey goes. I would love to keep you, but then you're rotating those 3 players, and Ben don't rotate.
Never. And look, if we can get a return for Felipe Andrade that's actually substantial, so be it.
You're going to get it.
In the next few years, I feel like it's going to happen. Next year, I don't know, probably the second year maybe, depending on how the season go. But, well, welcome back, Felipe Andrade. I'm glad to have you for 2026, and please help us. Because we need all the help we can right now. But yeah, that's definitely one player off the checklist for the offseason, which is great. And the next piece of news that we have, and this is from last week, and that we didn't have for last week's Noodle Time, but MLS Next, or MLS did announce that MLS Next, which is the Academy League for not just MLS teams, but also other academy teams across the US, that MLS Next is splitting into 2 separate leagues. So there's going to be like a top tier and a bottom tier of MLS Next, which is going to be MLS Next Homegrown Division being the top division, and the MLS Next Academy Division being like the second division for like all these teams. And I don't have like the set number of teams that are going to be there because
does that mean a promotion and relegation?
They didn't say that in the press release, but I'm sure it's going to be in the cards at some point. But I do have the info because the MLS Next season for next year is going to feature 273 clubs,
which is yeah, that sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's not a lot because you're going with Next Pro has what 60 teams maybe, and that's U23 and below, but technically no age technically, but that's your U23 and below players, and then you have your U21. What is that? MLS Next, And then after that, it's U18, right? U19 academy. So hopefully that opens up the market for Houston to bring in players, because right now the academy market sucks. And you look at Dose right now. How many players are potential for first team in the near future? Cruz. You have a Sebastian Rodriguez, but he's only 18. But I think he's got a lot of potential and can give an opportunity. But who else has an opportunity on Dose to come to the first team? So there's a large gap in between that we got to figure out. So I hope this helps our youth product grow, and it should, right? It should. The
It
benefit.
should. It should, because obviously this essentially sets up the pathway to the first team. So in our case, it's just going to be MLS Next Academy, MLS Next Homegrown, MLS Next Pro being Houston Dynamo, those, and
Right.
then first team. So as long as we get more opportunities to play for everybody, that's great. There's going to be plenty of competition with the other academy teams. It's still unclear if some of the games are going to be streamed, because it's a little bit annoying. I think they only stream the playoff games, and depending on what each club does, so it's really hard to keep track. Also, because they never post information about them. But the good news is that the Dynamo at least are providing media access to anyone with the credentials. So, in case we're able to make it on a weekend in Houston, there's a good chance that we're going to be able to cover more academy games, which is great. It's something that we're definitely open to if we have the availability, depending on the weekend. But
This is
it's a
week
great
3.
first step in the right direction. Yeah, it's a great first step. So I wish the best for those leagues. I wish the best for our academy teams, and we just got to see more players in those right now, because obviously we're the youngest team, but we are struggling big time right now, and we need all the help we can get.
Hey, gotta grow. But I think your next topic is Dose. So the good segue
Yeah.
is, even though that we lost to our nemesis Tacoma, a
I
debut
don't
start
know.
and a debut goal. I know. Let's just keep it quick, bro. Let's just keep it quick, because I even put it in the game day edit. Our nemesis Tacoma. We hate Tacoma, and they are going to ruin our lives forever right now. It looks like.
They are second to last place, and we lost to them.
Again. At home this time too, after coming off that great win against Colorado. And hold up, Andres, we have them again to finish the season on decision day. So can we make the playoffs? We were struggling to make it. We were below the line, and then we throw in a loss. What do we now? 2 games left to go after this now, with Tacoma to finish off the season.
We have 2 games left and 34 points right now.
And the line is what?
We need 4 points to reach the playoff line.
So we
The
got to win
last
both
spot.
games.
There's a 3-way tie with 38 points for 6th to 8th being the last 3 spots. Ventura County, Minnesota United 2, and Austin FC 2. So we have to win against Portland first of all.
Yep.
And look, the tie with a penalty kick shootout might help, because it's still going to be 2 points. But then again, we have to do that and win the next game against Tacoma in Tacoma, and also hope that any of those 3 teams lose their games.
Yeah.
Because it's annoying. It's stupid. Like, this season has been a nightmare. And look, last year we did qualify on decision day, which is great. But I felt like last year was a little bit closer compared to this year. But we don't know. We don't know if
the first year we don't make the playoffs.
It could be. It could be the first year we don't make playoffs, which would suck. Because this is like we just said, like they're the youngest team in MLS Next Pro.
Yep.
In the age average. So
in the history of the 4 years too, I think the youngest.
I wouldn't doubt that, honestly, because like it's just incredible. Like we're still giving a lot of opportunities for academy players are that young, but man, it sucks like they weren't able to figure it out this year, and we'll see what happens with at the end of the season or the last 2 games, and I hope they win out. And if they make playoffs, I hope they just make an appearance in the first game.
Need those 6 points. So let's see.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Come on.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Dose.
Beat Portland. Beat Portland, please. Beat Portland.
Come on, bro. Let's do it.
I'm tired of losing, man. I'm tired of losing this year.
Let's win these last 2 games, make the playoffs, and rename SaberCat Stadium.
Rename SaberCat Stadium. Yeah. Rest in peace, Houston SaberCats.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen with that stadium. If it becomes an academy stadium, it will be nice. Well, it's right next to HSP.
Supposedly the city owns it, not the SaberCats. So
yeah.
So it's who wants to purchase it, or the city just rents it out to whoever. But it's funny, the SaberCat built it and it was all yellow stadium now. So if Dynamo buy it, I mean they should. If you're going to keep your facility right there, grow the facility, and you got you have a bro. That's right. That's perfect. Let's do it. Let's go.
I mean, you don't have to say anything, man. Like it's right next to HSP. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And then build in between, These players need a spa as well.
Yeah. And it can work well as a World Cup facility, but yeah. I don't know what's going to happen to that stadium. Hopefully, the Dynamo will get to purchase it from the city, or they do like a partnership with the city.
What 1 year from the World Cup, you have to now.
Yeah, like it's. I don't know how the logistics behind that's going to work, but it's going to be interesting if it happens.
Well, somebody has to break their contract first with the SaberCats.
Yeah,
because they're still paying.
Yeah, I think they only technically said that they're not gonna be playing this season, but apparently the rugby league is having issues, like financial issues, and there's only like 4 teams participating next year.
Right.
So I don't know if that league's gonna be viable anytime soon, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
SaberCats are done, but they still got a contract with the city to pay for that stadium. So they're gonna have to sell it to the Dynamo. Is what I meant by that. But yeah, moving on. Sorry, no more rugby in Houston for now, but it'll be back in some point because rugby is growing pretty fast, just like lacrosse. Not lacrosse, but just like cricket.
Yeah, and rugby is a cool sport. I feel like it's better than American football because it's like so much entertaining. The game doesn't stop for an obnoxious amount of breaks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, last topic of the episode. We do have a game this weekend against Portland Timbers at home.
Oh fuck!
It's I know, man. It's happening. It's a home game. You know what that means? I don't know.
Tailgate.
There's definitely gonna be a tailgate. I feel like it's gonna be the best part of the game. So
yeah, I mean,
go to the Surge tailgate.
The best part of the game. Go to we're in the Surge lot, right? The Surge and the Texian Army merged together, and we host a tailgate. The Dynamo have given us the lot, and it's on the northeast corner. Intermex Gate is the gate, which is the northeast gate. I think it's formerly Bio City Gate, whatever. But you'll hear the music first off. That's how you know you're getting close to the tailgate. You'll see us. The Surge have their banners posted up. The Texian have their banners posted up. We're literally a crosswalk across from the Texas tailgate in El Batallon. Hopefully El Batallon will be ready to march in on time this week so we can all march in together because they've been kind of doing it a little bit late lately. But we'll see. We'll see. No shots fired. Nothing like that. Do y'all thing. Y'all doing what y'all got to do. But Yeah. Tailgate, BYOB. Might be some food there, so there'll be some snacks at least. There'll be some beer, but we encourage people to BYOB. Come on, chill. We're there at 4 o'clock, so get there early. Find the cheap parking. Walk your ass over. We're right across from the stadium, so when you're done, you're ready to go inside. It's right there. 30-second
It's right
walk,
there.
or walk in with us when we march in. EB usually leads us with the songs and the jams and the smoke and getting in, and we walk in together as a unit, and boom, we're right there. So look forward to it. Let's see. It might be in the need to know. I doubt it. Or the whatever it's called before the game. Dynamo been slacking on that. If they're listening, they'll put it in the damn email for this time for everybody to know. Come to the tailgate. Okay?
Come to the tailgate. Like it's right across from the stadium, right across from Texas tailgate, and it's right there, literally right there. You can just go and have a good time before the game, and man, get your beers, get your food.
And then
It's
hope
always
for
a
a
great
win.
time, and hope for hope for a win. Man, I don't know what to expect from this game. This is gonna be a Jesus take the wheel game for me. Like I don't, I honestly don't know what to expect because I've been saying over and over and over and over and over and over and over again this season that this is a must win game and to take advantage of the things that we have going well for us. But every single week, like they just fail us. So if they win, great. But we've been in this situation 100 times this year. So let's see. What do you expect from this game?
Man, it's hard to be optimistic now with these guys. It's hard to be optimistic with this team. We don't play well at home, hence why we call
No,
it Shelly now instead of Shell Energy or Shell in the Hell in the Shell. I mean, man,
hell in the hell, man.
yeah, it is Hell in the Hell, and I don't know, dude. I don't know. I do not expect to win whatsoever. Not so. Not. But I'm lucky for a draw, but I'm feeling a loss just because that's how we've been playing and that's how this season's been going. And there's nothing we can do to win a damn game right now. Even when you do play well and Ben doesn't mess up the tactics or the substitutions or whatever, we should have beaten Colorado. Ben didn't do anything to lose to Colorado this time. So let's make that go back and make that a point as well. So it just certain things are losing us games. It's using our front toe and giving up shit on the defensive back line, or Ben making the wrong substitutions or the wrong tactical changes and giving up the game. And oh man, it just sucks. So 1-0 Portland.
I have
We don't we
1-1.
don't score, so I can't tell you who scores for us. Own goal,
I have
own goal, own goal.
I have 1-1 because I feel like it's gonna be like almost every game this season. Like it's gonna be like, hey, we're doing something good, and then hey, we're doing something bad, and then I lift the game absolutely disappointed, and my mental state becomes like that school. That's literally me this year. Like I want to be happy, but I can't be happy, so I'm just dead.
I brought it out because it's a themed weekend as well. So just kind of wanted to
Yeah,
bring up the noche and come to the game, enjoy the game, come to the tailgate. You
noche
could do
latina.
Yeah, you could do like our host did last weekend and come to the tailgate, and then when the game started, he went back home, went to work or whatever. That's sorry, Mark,
Yeah,
not throwing you under the bus or anything like
yeah,
that, but he,
Mark.
hey, did come to the tailgate, play some tunes, chilled with us, said what's up. So no shots fired there either. Just just mentioning it, but Hey, come out, check us out. Run home if you want to and go back and watch the game on TV. Or come in, enjoy the game and just chill. Enjoy. Throw some water at people. Hopefully we win.
Yeah,
The game's in at
hopefully.
9:30 on a Saturday night in downtown Houston. So you got some other good shit to do if you don't enjoy the game.
Or at least go to the Dash game tomorrow, the day before this game. So
That's what's
at
up.
least you won't feel disappointed with your decisions heading to that whole game.
Let's go.
Yeah.
DTFO.
Mark is in the chat. He does predict a 3-1 win to Portland, and yeah.
I mean, I did say 1-0 to Portland too. So 3-1 though. God damn. Mark.
I mean, that's just where we at right now. This is us. This is us right now, man.
Bro. Hey, I'm
Nothing
with
to
it
look
though.
forward to.
I would not be surprised if we got our butts kicked 3-1. We beat Portland. What was it last year? 4-1 here, or was it 2 years ago already? So I would not be surprised, man. Just because what have we been saying? We don't know what we're gonna get from the Dynamo. We don't know what decisions are gonna be made, and we don't know what mistakes are gonna be made. So it probably will be 3-1. And now I'm feeling more 3-1 Portland.
Yep. Well, let's see what happens this weekend. Guess this is gonna be the end of the episode. Also, anything else you'd like to say before we start closing
Hey,
out?
no, like you said, Dash play on Friday, tomorrow night, as we're recording live on Thursday night. Go to the game, Dash play at home. Pushing for the playoffs, still below the playoff line. Have some injuries that are starting to catch up to us now. But hey, they're hopeful, they're playing well, and they're looking good, and there's a lot of progress going on. So go check out the Dash. Check out the Dash Dispatch. Every week we comes out typically Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on what day we record. So check that out. It's doing a good job on Foxtrot TV. But, come on. Hey, double Foxtrot game day. Andres and I will be there for the Dash. We'll be there for the Dynamo as well. We'll be there for the tailgate for the Dynamo game. So come check us out. Maybe come eat lunch with us prior if you want to catch up to us outside of the game. I'll be at probably timeout after the Dash game later that night on South 45 next to 8. If you want to catch up with me there later after the game. But like I said, a lot going on downtown. But hey, Dash Dispatch for me. Otherwise, let's talk. I'm going to ask y'all at the tailgate, can we make the playoffs?
Be
Do we
honest.
need, do we need to make the playoffs? I will ask you both questions.
Yes, and be honest with us because we like all feedback, and we gotta make sure that your word is heard for everybody. So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Hopefully on the field, because off the field it's going to be very fun. So make sure to join the tailgate on Saturday, and go to a Dash game on Friday, go to the Dose game on Sunday for us because it sucks that we're gonna miss it, but that go in
We'll be
spirit for
watching.
us. Yeah, we'll be watching for sure. This is the last home game for those this season, if even if they make the playoffs miraculously. So
Yeah,
make,
that's
make sure
true.
make sure to catch the game. Last one of the year. So yeah, that should be it for the episode. As always, guys, we do appreciate the support you've been giving us and tuning in live on YouTube. As always, we do thank everybody that has been engaging in the chat and watching live. Adrian, thank you for your comments, and Sam as well, and of course Mark tuning in and supporting and giving us a shout out to Kiki as well.
Oh
And I
God,
mean,
Mark.
Mark said it best. Mark said it best. Dynamo no dash yes. That's the theme of the episode. And
Yeah,
I
it
feel like
is.
that's the theme of the season actually. Like even if the Dash aren't in a playoff position, at least they're playing well. They're playing soccer that we want to watch, and I highly encourage you to go to the Dash game tomorrow and Friday for those
It has been.
tuning in
It has been
tomorrow.
enjoyable soccer. It has been enjoyable,
Yeah,
and they're fun to watch, and the new players. Our GM has been making great signings. No, just kidding. No
yeah.
shots fired, Pat.
Well, yeah, guys. Of course, wherever you're watching this live, it's gonna be on Foxtrot TV every Thursday night. We do stream live here, so make sure you are subscribed to not miss out on every episode and every upload we post. We do upload the immediate abilities, the post game stuff, Foxtrot game days occasionally. Of course, that's dispatch, like OC just said, and all of our content. So make sure you're subscribed and liking and commenting on our stuff. We do appreciate the feedback as well. And of course, make sure you are subscribed in any of the podcast platforms that you listen to us. And also rate the episodes and give us comments if needed. We do appreciate we do appreciate that. And of course, we do have our presence on social media at Dynamic Foxtrot on X, Blue Sky, and Instagram. We also have a separate handle, Noodle Tiempo on X. I was trying to make sure to get you all covered when it comes to Dynamo, Dash, and those. And we do have all the profiles linked in the profile for YouTube and also on X to make sure that you guys are not missing out on anything. And of course, our blog that we just updated with our latest piece on Felipe Andrade. So check it out on Ko-fi if you haven't already. And of course, we do have the weekly newsletter that we post and work on for Dynamo
Maybe
Dash.
we should start calling it weekly and just say newsletter.
Yeah, newsletter. It's the newsletter, but yeah, it's a lot of work.
To tell you the truth, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Like it's obviously we have a lot of content to post, and the other bad thing is that there's actually a character limit on the newsletters.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I found out the hard
Yeah.
way. I built the whole damn thing and like ran out of space, and I was like, I had this much more to go. Like, no. So yeah. So hey, like he said, there is newsletters for both sides of it, Fox in the Box and the Dash Dispatch. So we promise to keep y'all updated. If you're in the Discord with us, Dash Inchada, hey, I've invited y'all 1,000 times. Come back if you're listening again. Come join us. Dash Inchada. Come to the Discord. It's a Discord, so we're chill. We talk about things. You get to hear things, news as soon as it comes out. Literally as soon as it comes out, because you do have a couple media outlets in there. So, and you do have a couple people that get emails as soon as a Dash says something, or as soon as a rumor comes out, you're hearing about it firsthand. So come check us out. Otherwise, join the Surge and come talk about Dynamo over there, and that's a therapy session for the week until you wait for Noodle Time. On Thursday nights,
just like that,
live every Thursday night. Our
every
noodles
Thursday
are
night,
friggin' raw. We're eating our noodles raw right now. It's what we feel like,
and cold, like our season. But yeah, guys, as always, we do appreciate your support. Thank you so much for tuning in live. Thank you so much for tuning in on our podcast platforms and everywhere you watch. And a shout out to Mark. Hopefully, I'll be to see you back again very soon, man. And as always, stay Noodle, y'all.
Thanks up.